The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
The Raiders at 7-2 here on the year, and they come in off a loss last time out, but they're still in the midst of a good stretch here, CD. Winners of 7 of their last 9.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Throwing, Duggan. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
No gain on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Now you look at this Saints defense.
They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And take it right on the 30. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Burke. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
This one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. In motion left goes Watson.
On 1st down, Burke. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well. Tried
to dump off, lost yardage. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Burke.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Christian Watson.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Saints are on the board first here in Vegas.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get...
Touchdown, Saints!
Christian Watson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A try here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The throw right sideline here is complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200 plus right now. Now a play fake here on first down. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Hold it ready. Check, Bobcat.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
On 1st and 10, Burke.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Davis fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
Touchdown! A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll elect not to return this one. Bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
And now they'll shift things around. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's taken to the 26. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Off play action, Burke.
There's Chris Olave.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. 19 right. Hurt, hurt. Yes, hurt, hurt.
Off the play fake, Burke.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
To throw is Duggan.
On the move to his left. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Scotty Miller
from 3 yards out.
And the Raiders have cut it back within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Burke.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. Off play action. Burke. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And bulldozing his way through. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there.
With his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Duggan now to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Duggan.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Here's Duggan to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A final shot before break. Dugan. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, what looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Go, Reed, go!
Throwing to start the drive. Burke going underneath. He's got Hockenson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Burke. Past the 20. 5. Touchdown, Saints. T.J. Hockenson. 43 yards.
And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Duggan will look to throw this.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Duggan looking to throw.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
62 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
4-yard line. A gain of only
Now they send a man in motion right.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here.
And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have picked up right where they left off in half number one, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
This 2nd and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll send Watson in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
At the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And
Here is 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Burke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. The Raiders swarm in and block it. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And that pressure there came from his left side. Maybe could have sped up the release, but he couldn't get it off in time.
And truthfully, the speed should be consistent each and every time. It should be quick mechanics. The best punters are the ones who can catch it, 1 step, and get rid of the football. Those are the ones you want. Anything more than 1 step in the NFL, you're flirting with disaster.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Max Duggan.
15 yards.
And the Raiders take the block punt and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on 1st down. Burke.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell.
and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Duggan.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
16 more on that one and another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive...
Touchdown, Raiders! Michael Mayer, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a game of 10. First down, New Orleans.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I'll give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
Now an option play on 2nd down. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Getting set for their next drive going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And
one word for you there, excellent, because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll go down at the 28.
110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air.
And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They'll look to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
This is 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Back to throw.
Slant pass complete to Olave.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's 3rd down now.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They'll try and run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Raiders, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.